Ever drive by a golf course and see the fancy lines or a baseball diamond and see the neat patterns they have in the grass? Well, that's done because of the type of mower they have. They're either using a reel mower, which cuts with a drum, or they have a stripe kit. A rotary mower have to use a stripe kit because it doesn't actually physically lay the grass down. And so the lighter stuff is laying away from you and the darker stuff is laying towards you. And today, we're going to build a stripe kit for this. I priced one out and it's 150 bucks. And I think I can do it for under 20. So, let's get started. So I know you're saying to yourself, what is a stripe kit? I don't understand. Well, there's a couple different styles. Some use a brush, looks like a broom with long bristles, which actually attaches to the back of the mower deck, and others just use like a rubber strip, which attaches to the back of the mower deck. Depending on the type of mower, this one happens to be a not stamped steel, but an actual manufactured deck, so it's got a flat back to it, which makes attaching a stripe kit really easy. Here, I'll show you. Typically, on these mowers, you'll see that they have those holes there. I don't know if I see it. There. There's like 5 or 6 of them. And those holes are actually what allows you to attach the back of the deck. If we go out and buy one, it's going to have a strip of rubber, which I happen to have cut one, yay long, which hangs down below the deck and is actually pinned to the deck with bolts and little metal brackets, I think 4 or 5 of them. But I'm going to do a little differently on mine. I'm going to do one bracket all the way across and a solid piece of rubber. And I've already measured out the holes, so I have a rough idea where those go. And so I'll show you that process over here. And figure out where those holes actually are without pulling the deck off or the tires off and measuring it. I took a piece of paper and taped it on there. And then what I did with it taped on there is I went through with the back of a Sharpie and I pushed in each one of the holes. So now I know exactly where the holes are. And it doesn't matter if it's level or straight, they're relative to themselves. You just need to find the distance. Then whatever you're transferring them to, that's how you line them up. I happen to have a piece of scrap that was laying around, so it's within a ½ inch of what I need it to be, so I'm going to use it. So we'll mark that down as free. Now, as far as the markings, I transferred the markings from the paper to this thing. And then I went out and found a drill bit, which is actually just slightly larger than the holes in the back of the deck. And the reason for that is I'm going to use a bolt that's slightly smaller. Well, it has to be, otherwise it wouldn't fit through the hole, right? Anyways, smaller than the holes in the deck, so it'll have some play. So I don't have to be 100% perfect. I just have to be close-ish. So usually I'd use my drill press for doing something like this. It's just a lot easier. However, somebody walked off with the chuck. So I'm going to use this drill. And I got this clamped down, and we're going to go through 2 of them. Because I might want 2, I don't know. But I had 2 pieces of scrap left over from a railing project. That happened to be the exact same length. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll sell one. So if you're looking for a mower deck striping kit for a 2024 Icon, I've got one. Hit me up. You know, normally I'd say I should take my time, make sure these fit. I think I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to drill these. This will be perfect. Every one of them. Now I've already cut the rubber to whatever length I feel like. On this case, we'll just say it's 4 inches. I don't know. And we're just going to do half inch to the top, so it should hang down about that far. Will it be adjustable? Sure. There's a ½ inch. Go me. Hang down 2 3/4. I don't know why I bothered to measure. I know damn well I'm right. So this is either going to be right on the money. Cramp, cramp, cramp. Ow. That hurt. Yeah, is it longer than it needs to be? Whatever. So I found some old spindle bolts, and these work really nice for the short ones. You can just sneak a lock nut in there and zip. So that's what I'm doing. I'll get these on and show you guys how it came out. So there it is. Every one of those bolt holes lined up perfectly, and then it's just going to push on the grass, laying over. Should work out. So let's go try it out. Cost. What did this thing cost me to build finally? Let's see. Generic rubber floor mat, I use 4 inches of. You can buy this stuff at a Tractor Supply store for about $10 a foot-ish, and I use 4 inches. So maybe $3.50 is what the cost of that is. This aluminum flat bar stock, actually I didn't have to buy. It was free because it was left over from another project. However, it's 1 inch by quarter, and it's about 40 inches long. You can actually get this at Lowe's or something like that, but don't. Order online or go to a steel supplier, and this piece probably costs you $3. Nothing to it. And on top of that, the bolts, the zinc bolts were $2.99 a pound. We maybe used, I'll say $1. We didn't use a half pound, maybe we did. I don't know. So anyways, that's all there is to it. It's under $20 versus if you buy the kit for about $150. Mine's a solid bar. Theirs is a bunch of little brackets. Mine went right on, no problem. So you be the judge. But I think it's going to wrap it up on this project. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe.